Hey y'all, I'm gonna try to show you the guitar part to Blind Melon's Mouthful of Cavities. Although it's only a few chords, it can actually be kind of tricky. And in my opinion, that's one area that Shannon Hoon gets no credit for, is his acoustic guitar playing. He was actually a very accomplished acoustic guitar player, and so that being said, although this is just a few chords, again, there's a lot of little nuances that Shannon would do often in his guitar playing that just make it a little bit trickier than you might think. But I'm not the best guitar player in the world, but I'll do my best to show y'all. So anyway, here we go. Let's break it down. Hey man, I got the windows open. Hear the cats? Listen. Okay, y'all, so the song starts out with just a regular E minor chord, but you're going to focus on the bottom strings when you strum that first hit, so it's going to kind of be just like that. And then one of the tricky elements to this song is that between most of the chords, he's going to kind of hit the top strings a few times. So after that first chord, it's going to sound something like this. So, and then he's going to switch to the second chord, which is going to be a C chord, but instead of your usual C chord like this, it's just going to be the middle finger on the A string 3rd fret and the index finger on the D string 2nd fret. So it's going to be, and so to put that together, it's going to be, and remember, as you can see, after that C, he still does the bottom strings a little bit. I'm sorry, the top strings. So then he's gonna put the ring finger on the B string 3rd fret. So it's going to sound like that. So to put that together, then this is the part where it gets really tricky. He's going to kind of pull off on the ring finger note on that B string 3rd fret. And then he's going to switch his ring finger to the 3rd fret of the G string. So it's gonna be these two notes really, the 2nd fret of the D string and the 3rd fret of the G string. So to show you from there, from the beginning. And then when you're done with that, he's going to take his middle finger and put it on the G string 2nd fret. So it's going to switch from this chord. And of course he continues to put the top strings, the B string and E string in there, those kind of notes. So from the beginning with that, then he's going to take this this G string 2nd fret and just pull off. And then after that, I kind of like to pull off the 2nd fret of the D string too. So to put that together very slowly, it would sound like this. That's the gist of the beginning. And then for the second part of that little riff, he's just going to do his E minor to C, but then instead of doing all the hammer-ons and all those sort of complicated fills, he's just going to go to the 5th fret and do a half bar on the, mainly on the B string, G string, and D string, and just go. And of course he's going to put a little percussiveness in there. Those, and that's achieved by just lifting your hand slightly off the fretboard so the notes don't ring out, but you can kind of get that clicky percussiveness to it. You know, you could also use your ring finger for that, but I like to use my first finger. So to put that that part of the riff together, it would be. And he just goes back to it. So to play it all together very slowly for you is going to be. Okay, he basically does that for most of the song, so if you can get that, you can basically jam to this song pretty well. He does a few little changes here and there, like at one point he goes, he does sort of a walk down where it's like, and that's just G string, I'm sorry, E string going down from the note G. Does this weird chord, I don't know the name of it. It's the 2nd fret of the D string and the 2nd fret of the G string, and you just kind of, and that it's got the 3rd fret of the B string in there. You know, you just play with it. And then, you know, after that, where it really gets kind of dramatic and builds up, he'll just. Okay, and then in sort of the middle part of the song where Shannon and Jenna Krause are singing really well together, they do this weird chord. I really don't know the name of it, but it focuses on the 2nd fret of the D string and 2nd fret of the G string, and then he sort of adds in his pinky finger of the 3rd fret of the B string in there, and it's just, you know, just play with it. It's just like. And then he goes back to the E minor and the C and all that, but he just does one thing differently. He goes. And that's just sliding from the C chord, that 3rd fret of the A string, to the 5th fret of the A string. So really slowly. Okay, so that should get you through the gist of the song, you know, at least get you jamming and familiarized with it. This is my first guitar tutorial, so don't be too harsh. If there's anything I can do to further clarify it or make it clearer for anyone, just send me a comment. I'd be happy to, you know, maybe do another video or do it again. It is a fresh Friday, so I hope everyone has a happy weekend, and peace out, fellow Melonheads.